Hello, welcome to Introductory Sewing. I am your teacher. My name is Lynette Robinson. This is Sewing School by Lynette, and today I am going to demonstrate to you how to do or how to apply a sew-on snap. And so what I'm doing here is I've made an example. I have light fabric, I have dark thread, and I have a big snap. So there are several different sew-on snaps that you can use. This is a number 3 snap, and I will put some links in my blog, and that is to where you can find these things. And anyway, if you know where you want it to be, say you need it to overlap or something like that, the best thing to do is decide where you want your snap to be, and then say that you can put a mark. You can use either a marking pen. This is a disappearing pen, a disappearing ink pen over time, or you can use one that is water soluble. So say I want to have a snap here and a snap here. Maybe this is a doll bodice or something like that. The first thing that it's nice to do is this is going to be your outer part, and then you're going to have your under part. And so I'm going to put a pin through here, and actually the top snap, or the top part of the snap, is going to be on the underside. And so right where my pin is going through, I'm going to put a mark here, and I'm going to put a mark here. Now this may be 2 layers of you know, if it's a shirt or whatever, it might be folded back, but for our purposes we are going to just use a single layer. So anyway, what I'm going to do is the snap with the bump goes on the underside. It faces up. And the snap, this could be considered the female end, and that could be the male end if you're familiar with those kind of things. But anyway, I'm going to take and put the center of my snap directly over where that hole is. And one thing that you can do if you're not sure about how to center that is to take a pin and come up from the other side, and then there is a hole right in the center of your snap. You can take that and just put it right down over it and square up your holes. This is a 4-hole. Most snaps have 4 holes. Now some people will take and do it like a 4-hole button. They'll sew these 2. They'll go out here and in here and out here and in here, and then go over and do the same thing. Now that's not a bad idea while you're positioning your snap, but I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a secret with snaps. So what I'm doing is I'm coming out of the hole. I'm going to go in. I'm going to start it like we did in our 4-hole button tutorial. But that is just going to be to position the snap. So I come out number 1, in number 2, out number 3, in number 4. And that's going to position my snap, make sure it's exactly where I want it to be. Then I'm going to start back in hole number 4, and I'm going to come from the back up through the hole in the snap, and I'm going to just tie down that corner. Just go through the fabric and up through the hole in the snap, through the fabric and up through the hole in the snap. I usually will do that twice, and then on the 3rd time I advance, I go down through the fabric and up through one of the other holes. And then I will repeat what I did here. I'm going to just catch the fabric and go up through the hole. Do that twice. You can do it 3 times if it's something that's going to be, have a little bit of wear and tear on it. Advance to the next hole. Now, if this is like a shirt or something like that, and this is the top, I'm going to only put this through the layer. I'm only going to put it through the layer that's on this side, because I won't want it to show up on the other side. So you'll want to keep that in mind. Think about whether hiding your whether you need to hide your stitches or not. On this particular example, I'm not hiding the stitches because I'm just showing you the basic how to tie it down. And now I've tied down all the corners. I'm going to go to the back and make my knot. I usually will sew through 2 or 3 times in the same place, backing my needle through the loop before I pull it tight. Sometimes the thread gets a little bit tangly, so you'll want to watch that. Okay, so I'm finished with that one. And we'll just pretend that this has got another layer over the top that it doesn't show. And then again, if you need some help placing your snap, just bring your pin up through the back side, make sure that it's right on the mark, and then put your male side. And you can even leave that pin right there while you position your snap. In hole 1, out hole 2, up from hole 3, sorry, from the back to the front, this is hole 3, and then back down through hole 4. And that's got my snap basted onto the fabric, so we will remove the pin. Now this is going to be on the back side, so it's usually not going to be a big deal if your stitches go all the way through. I'm just tying down each corner as I go. I've advanced to the next corner. And what I'm doing is I'm catching the under fabric and bringing it up through the hole of the snap. Advance to the next one. There are several different applications where you can use these kind of snaps. Anywhere where you need to be able to, you want to be able to fasten it, but you need to be able to undo it. You don't want it to show. I have one dress that it's a mock wrap that the neck comes across just a little bit lower than she would like it, and so I sewed a snap on her neckline so that she can still get her head in and out of it. So it comes apart so she can get her head in and out of it, but still it will keep her neckline a little higher. Okay, I've done all 4 corners, so I'm going to the back and I will tie it off. I just do 3 or 4 small stitches in about the same place. Slipping my needle through the loop before I pull it in a couple of instances. That'll help tie a knot and secure it so that it's not going to come undone. And then I'll snip the tail. And here we have our completed snap, and it will just snap over that. Now I've got a mark here. If I'm doing this as the front of a shirt or something like that, that works very well to do it that way. And so I hope this has helped. Now I'll show you the reason why we do the corners rather than stitch it like a 4-corner button or 4-hole button, is because when you go to undo it, it keeps the snap secure against the fabric on all sides. And that's how you do it. And so I hope this has helped. Be sure and like my video. If you will subscribe, it will help you to know when we have other videos. And share with your friends. If this is helpful to you, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to see your results on some of the things that you've been doing. Thank you so much from Sewing School by Lynette, and you have a great day.